Hey everyone, I'm going to show you how to get started with Air AI and how you can use it for your sales business, no matter what you're in, whether it's real estate like I am or in solar, mortgage, insurance, whatever. This is an amazing platform that's allowed us to make tens of thousands of calls, if not more, for very affordable rates in order to follow up with our leads who have reached out to us and asked us for more information, or even our past clients to be able to nurture them or invite people to events that we have. So just can't say enough about this program. This is conversational or generative AI. And it's been an extremely helpful tool. I am on air.ai right now. So if you want to navigate your browser, you can follow along. It's air.ai. This is their homepage that they have here. Right in the center there, there's going to be the Air logo and this sort of circle around it. If you click on that, I'm not going to do that here just for the sake of the audio. You can actually hear an Air conversation. You may have seen some of these advertised on Instagram or Facebook or on Google, and you can actually hear these conversations that they have. They're surprisingly empathetic. There's a lot of nuance. They're getting better every single day. I've noticed in the sales business that, people are people. They get hungry, tired, lazy, you name it. And it's hard to make sales calls. We're social creatures and we don't like rejection, but these bots, if you build them properly and prompt them properly, they can be absolutely incredible. They don't get tired or lazy, and they just get better and better as the technology especially gets even more advanced. So if you're here, you can go ahead and create your own free account. I want to encourage you that if you do create your own free account, this is going to jump you over to here where you can create this free account. Now, if you've used ChatGPT before in the past, this is probably just the best example I can give you. Any of these programs are run off of just basically a GPU processor, and those GPU processors are going to be graded differently, right? So there's like a basic version, and then there's always like that upgraded version there. So if you're on ChatGPT, you can get ChatGPT 3.5 or 4 or whatever, but there's always like that pro level account that allows you to be able to gain access to the higher processing powers. These demo accounts, they're on a different GPU processor. So I'm going to show you how to get started for free, but if you actually want to get access to some of the higher level GPU processing, go ahead and click the links below in the description. That'll gain you access into our Air agency license where we have that higher GPU processing. You also gain access to our Slack community groups where you're going to have access to our knowledge bases and everything else that I can get into a little bit later. Okay, so here's the actual page. And this is this is going to be like your dashboard. Air has 4 tabs at the top: create, contacts, campaigns, and recordings. Create allows you to create agents, which are essentially your AI bots. So every time you're going to make a bot or an agent that has a script that they're going to read off of, when they call your contacts, every time you wanted to create a new script, you'd create a brand new agent. So that would be once again under the create tab. Now, those agents, as they have conversations, so for example, this is an insurance agent that we use. These insurance agents, they would call and ask, some of our clients about insurance and to see if we can get a better rates, right? And so if they had questions during the process, then they would want to go over to a knowledge base, and that is once again under the create tab, and that's going to be your knowledge bases. I'm going to go over all of these in separate videos so you can see a little bit more about them. But for example, here's our insurance scripts and all of the, the database that we have here. Again, if you're in our community groups and you click that link and the affiliate link, we'll give you access to some of these as well that you can use and start implementing right away in your business for free of charge. And then inside of these, you're going to have all these knowledge bases here. You're going to want to start to populate those. So if you wanted to create your first new agent, you could go over here, create it, and then you create a knowledge base. So that way, if the context of the conversation warranted a response, let's say somebody said, well, I'm a little bit busy right now. You would want to have a response that says, okay, when would be a great time in order to follow up? So that's under the create tab. The next tab that you're going to go over to and take a look at is called the contacts tab. And this is contacts of where it also, just like the previous tab with create, it broke it down into agents and knowledge bases. Contacts get broken down into contacts and lists. So essentially what you would do is you could upload a whole lot of contacts into here. You'd want to go to the lists first, and you'd want to create lists. You could have a test list. These are a couple of different applications that we've put together. But let's say I wanted to add people to my land acquisition leads, I'd click on that, and then I would upload a list of contacts by doing that. So I could create a list. Here's the name, soccer players, if that's what you wanted. You could create that here, and then it would populate. And then when you went over to contacts, if you wanted to import the contacts, you would select which one you'd be a part of. I'll show you how to do that in a later video. Next is going to be the campaigns that you have, and you can actually see how the campaigns are running. I run off of several things. Not only do I do campaigns, which is uploaded directly into Air AI, but I also have API connections inside of our contact management system. So if you're in real estate and you have a CRM, we can connect that directly for you to Air so that your contacts inside of your CRM actually get called through Air AI without you having to log into the platform at all, even though you could. And then lastly, it's going to be the recordings. Those recordings are going to be over here. You can listen to every single recording that's ever come through. And I'll go over those in just a second. So when you get into the recording sections, you can obviously sort by the API, the role plays, any of the campaigns that you've uploaded. And then under the dates and times, you can certainly sort by, when you called these leads, the outcome from them, if they were booked appointments, do not call list, happened to be on a DNC and you didn't, realize that for whatever reason, or follow-up, which is literally anything in between I booked an appointment and do not call. So there's a lot of follow-ups that you'll see. And then obviously the call durations, calls that were longer than or shorter than a certain time frame, or calls between. I find this extremely valuable. And this is really where I find a lot of value in Air AI, because you can get in touch with these contacts, and the contact can say, man, I really want to buy a house, but we're nervous about the interest rates, or we're nervous what's going to happen in the market, or I don't have a place that I'm going to move. And so they don't want to book an appointment with you, but they have had a decent conversation with your bot. And so because they had reached out, hey, I want to sell my house, but I'm not really sure what to do. And now your sales team may not have contacted them or got in touch with them because for whatever reason, they asked for more information, but your sales team is available from 9 to 5. And, but the bot can call them, at 6 o'clock, let's say, and they're available. And so maybe you get that way. Or you can search for the contacts if you want. You could search, let's say I typed in the word Maria, it would pull up every single contact with the first name Maria. All right, guys, this gives you a great idea of how to navigate the actual Air platform here. This is just to create contacts, campaigns, and recordings. In other videos, I'm going to get into exactly how the process works for you to start getting to call agents with the platform. All right.